So I'm gonna finish up this video. I'm also gonna change out the transmission harness, which down there you don't see it, but it's pretty chewed up, and we're just gonna go ahead and swap it out. You know, since we got the new one here by Ron Francis, it was LMR. You know, can't go wrong with LMR, buddies. So this is for the 87 to 93 Mustang manual. So that's what we got. We're gonna go ahead and swap this out. It is hot, man. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Aluminator with mcscgreenwheels, and I'm here at home messing around with Sergeant Reckless and just kind of doing more of the wiring. As you guys know, it's a kind of a slow process, no different than the one in your house. It's a lot of work being done, you just don't see it. So right now what we're doing, we're checking over our transmission wiring real quick. There was one wire that I had to go with, and that was my VSS wire that's going to my control box to my Dakota Digital. Now I didn't connect it because I was still kind of searching around, and a couple other things. We noticed that the connector to our vehicle speed sensor was completely corroded, and Glenn said that it'd be easy for me to take it off, which we're gonna go ahead and replace. And so doing so, we're gonna go ahead and end up replacing the whole kind of like wiring harness for the transmission and the lockout sensors and everything. So, and the neutral safety switch, which are this harness right here. Now, if you remember correctly, I did say it took me a while to get this all down because I bare wired this whole thing. I took off a lot of things that we didn't need and kept the bare essentials that were going to be used with this system. Along with that, I'm going to go ahead and say one of the controllers I lost here would be to the trans, but I'm not worried about that. I'm going to go the other way around. I'm just kind of finding out where this guy goes. I had it connected here. I'm starting to notice, hey, yeah, it fits on there, but it's not the same wiring in there. Doesn't look the same, changes colors. Typically they all look the same. Connectors, you always use the same color. So I think I ran it the wrong direction, so I'm going to go the other side. Up a Ron Francis wiring setup from LMR, which is the LRS 8793 MTH, which is for the manual transmission 93 Foxbody. What this is that, sorry guys, but you're not going to get a teardown video of that connector. I ain't opening it, I'm replacing it. So that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, Glenn. But next one. I mean, you saw me do the ones on the dashboard, right? So while I melt, let me get to work, man. Let's go ahead and replace it. I already went ahead and dug into my harness that I put together there, and I'm going ahead and pull off this original harness for the trans setup and start fishing my new Ron Francis setup, and gonna go ahead and put in the new plugs that I got all nice and dandy. Okay, so as I was correct, because I'm usually wrong, but I correct myself often, so I'm right. Yeah, I ran it the wrong way. I connected it to the wrong connector, and it actually goes to the driver's side here connector. Now, typically we would have the ECM running on that side, and we use the black and gray wire coming off the cluster. Well, you know, we changed out the clusters, and my mistake was that I moved off a lot of the connectors that I didn't need on that cluster, and you know, let's just say I moved some parts. Alright, let's leave it at that. And so we're going to go directly to here. So instead of me chasing through the clusters, I'm going to go directly to this harness, which for the most part it says that the green and white wire are the lead for our vehicle speed sensor, which is right there. One of the things I noticed, which I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I thought I saw that our Ron Francis setup has different colors. This one, this Ron Francis, let me see. Yeah, although similar colors, no, not really. Yeah, see, they change up a little bit, so you know it's supposed to be just a plug and play. It is, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make sure that this green right here runs to our vehicle speed sensor. So I'm going to go ahead and splice right off of here. Now what I had on here, as you guys can see, I had this little piece of tape. When I removed a lot of the stuff that I didn't need off this original harness, I labeled a lot of things, and I showed you the box in our previous video of everything that I removed. This is a cruise control, and it's directly connected here to where our vehicle speed sensor is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and just bite into this to go directly to our Dakota Digital setup. Now that that's done, I already went underneath. I unplugged my three connectors to the trans. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull them out through here if I can, because they come right here to the side of the floor. Alright, one at a time. And I'll show you the reason we decided to go ahead and change these guys out. As soon as I figure out why this dude doesn't want it. There we go. Alright, so now that I got it all off, this is my original wire for my trans. Okay, and like I said, the reason I took it off, and that was like when we first got the car. This is all original stuff, so obviously this was sitting on the exhaust, and you know, that's what happens. So instead of just switching one out and, you know, going through the whole rigmarole of getting one connector, the Ron Francis you know, this setup just works out so much better, because it's just got everything on it. It's got what we need, and then we have an extra pigtail for our neutral safety, and this guy's got the connectors already preset, because our TKO 600 has the wire connected to the lockout. So you see the 3 wires here. Now actually it would be only these 3 connectors here. We have the spare, but they're already, like I said, on this guy, and brand new, man. Sweet. So yeah, let's get it installed. I was wrong. It's not our neutral safety. This is our neutral safety. This is our backup light. So yeah, you guys can see that. We went ahead and got a new one. Alright. And again, oops, some of these things we've gotten a while back, they're right there. Alright. So if you guys need it, at least you can find it separately. Alamar. This bad boy. You don't need that much to go in there, and of course you get the new grommet to go with it too, so push that in there. Alright, and there that is. So now this guy will fish through the, I got some wires already preset there, and we're just gonna join them up right here with this guy with our main harness for right now, till we start to button everything down a little bit better. Looping through the top. If I'm not mistaken, I think he even comes down from the inner pillar, but let's see if I can get it. Let me get it through. Alright. I hope it's not in the way when we put it on the door. And there it goes. We brought it out. We got it out. There we go. And that bad boy goes right there. And like I said, I'm going to get my Dakota digital read from my old, that would be my old cruise control connector. Got to grommet out the floor here. Nice. And like I said, the trans already came with its own sensor here, with its own connector. So that goes to our yeah, let's get right here. 2-prong connector, whereas the backup switch is a 4-prong connector. They're both rounded, but yeah, the lockout is only two prongs. And that dude goes in there like that, and we'll secure him. As you can see, these little wings right here, these are for our exhaust. So we'll end up securing this dude somewhere around here, especially if it doesn't get, hopefully it doesn't get caught up here at all. And the last thing I don't want it to be melted. So this is our vehicle speed sensor. Perfect. And up in the way corner over here in the front is our backup sensor. So that's it. Oh, there we go. A little more. Alright. She's in. that's done. Well, that bolts up, that snaps in pretty easy. I would say that the best way, I can see right here on this plate, it's got a little hole there. A lot of times you get those little push-in pins that kind of tape up to the side right here. I'm going to curl all my connectors and kind of like, I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of one of those connectors right here and tape it up and then zip tie the rest together, kind of always keeping it curled up right here away from the heat. As you guys see, when I start to install the exhaust, it's going to keep a good distance, because you see these right here, these two platforms right here are actually for the hangers, so I already got a decent distance away from it lying up there. Now I just got to make sure when we're driving and shifting and moving that it won't fall off and land on the headers or parts of the pipes. So yeah, that's what I'll end up doing. I'll end up just putting one of those little push down clips that I can zip tie to it and kind of hold it all up there. So as that goes, Glenn, I'm sorry to disappoint, buddy. Sorry I didn't open that connector, but hey, sometimes we get a win. It's not very often, but I'll take it. Now let me go connect that wire to the Dakota Digital. Alright, kind of what I'm putting here is just the cable for my vehicle speed sensor that I'm going to go ahead and splice into my connector down here at my for my transmission. That we just replaced that whole harness, so I'll pull it down through here. I'm just trying to keep it as uniform as we can. Also, I'm making sure that I'm not in the way of something when I come to install the doors again, because as you guys know, we've ended up replacing these door pillars. If you haven't seen it, go watch the videos. Put my heat shrink on it. Not bad for a guy with no nails. That, my friends, is how I get down. So, put on some heat shrink. Ow. Because I love doing that. And it looks like I'm gonna be pretty much done with my wiring. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting together my dash. Start bringing in all my little parts. My Dakota is completely connected. I have to tape up my switches right here, my switch 1, switch 2, which are the reset switches for the Dakota. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys taped up and mounted. I got a ground already set up. I got a ground loop already set up on all my grounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and start placing everything at the same time. For reference, I'm going to use the machine because he's put together, and I'm pretty sure everything is still where it should be for the machine. So he's going to give me an idea where all these little doohickeys go. As you guys could tell, I already took the time. That's my rear defrost, which I'm pretty sure doesn't work, and he will never see snow. I'm hoping. My door buzzer is going to be active. And, oh yeah, we're also going to have horns. It's a good part. And yeah, we're gonna go over some more switches down here, a couple of other connectors I see kind of hanging loose, and see where they go. Tighten this up, put the tighten up the steering wheel here, and get started in the exhaust and fluids. So as of right now, pretty much everything underneath here is time to start put together. So guys, stay tuned. I'm coming back for more. Hey, on our Facebook page, go ahead, like us, put something up for sale. We'll get it around. We'll show it to everybody. Someone will buy it. On our Instagram page, guys, thank you very much. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for all the viewing. And more importantly, here on our YouTube page, thank you very much. Thank you for everyone following. Please like, comment, and share. And most importantly, please subscribe, because I can't bring this if you don't watch, or I'll just stop. See you guys soon, guys. As soon as I start putting this together, we can go out for a drive.